12 Stoic Rules for Immediate and Lasting Life Change. Did you know that the key to turning life's toughest challenges into incredible opportunities was discovered over 2,000 years ago? Imagine navigating through life's storms with an unshakable calm. Sounds like a superpower, right? Well, it's not just a fantasy. This ancient wisdom, known as Stoicism, is as relevant today as it was in the bustling markets and grand marble halls of ancient Rome and Greece. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we have absolute power over our reactions. In a world full of uncertainty, these teachings can be the anchor we've been searching for. What if I told you that Stoicism is more about action than thought? It's about living with purpose, resilience, and happiness, no matter what life throws at you. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but understanding and managing them to lead a more fulfilling life. So, whether you're dealing with stress, facing adversity, or simply looking to find more joy in the everyday, stick around. Today, we're diving deep into Stoicism, uncovering its timeless wisdom, and discovering how it can transform not just the way we think, but the way we live. If you're ready to embark on this journey of transformation, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Stick with me till the end, because every moment of this video is a step towards uncovering the Stoic wisdom that can change your life. 1. Living in the present moment. Focusing the mind on the present moment brings a sense of grounding, clears distractions, and allows us to appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. But why is it so challenging to stay present? Our minds are often cluttered with thoughts and worries about the future or regrets about the past. This constant mental noise pulls us away from the beauty and potential of the here and now. As the famous psychologist Carl Jung put it, the least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Living in the present moment gives meaning to small, everyday experiences, enriching our lives immensely. Aristotle spoke about the importance of being mindful of the present to achieve eudaimonia, a state of being happy, healthy, and prosperous. He believed that by focusing on the here and now, we could live a virtuous life and make the most of our human experience. So, how can we practice living in the present? It starts with mindfulness, the art of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you eat, savor each bite. When you walk, notice the feeling of the ground under your feet. Listen actively when someone is speaking to you, instead of planning what you're going to say next. These simple acts of mindfulness bring us back to the present, making our lives richer and more meaningful. Seneca offered this wisdom. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. He understood that anxiety about what's to come or what has been only serves to diminish our happiness in the now. Living in the present isn't about ignoring the future or forgetting the past. It's about finding a balance where we learn from our past and plan for our future without letting those activities consume our present. In this balance, we find peace and contentment. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to reset and refocus on the now. It's in the present that we live, love, and make memories. So let's make a conscious effort to be more present in our lives. Let's cherish the now. For this moment right here is where life truly happens. The term self-discipline might conjure up images of rigid schedules and a life devoid of fun, but let's reshape that picture together. Self-discipline is not about restricting your life. It's about empowering yourself to make choices that align with your deepest values and long-term aspirations. It's about choosing what's right for you, not what's easy in the moment. At its core, building self-discipline is about mastery over ourselves. It's about saying yes to things that serve us and no to things that don't, even when it's tough. Think about it. Whether it's sticking to a workout routine, saving money instead of impulse buying, or turning off Netflix to focus on a project, these choices might not deliver instant gratification, but they pave the way for long-term satisfaction and success. Stoic philosophy has much to say about self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful statement highlights the essence of self-discipline. It's about controlling our impulses. 2. Embracing obstacles as opportunities. When life throws you a curveball, instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can I learn?" This shift in mindset can be transformative. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his personal reflections, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He meant that every obstacle, no matter how intimidating, not only tests our resilience, but also teaches us valuable lessons. It's about finding the silver lining in tough situations and using it to fuel our growth. This perspective isn't just ancient philosophy. Modern thinkers support it as well. The famous psychologist Carl Jung said, "What you resist persists." By fighting against obstacles, we give them more power over us. However, by accepting and learning from them, we can overcome them. This Stoic mindset involves transforming challenges into stepping stones towards becoming stronger and wiser. Let's make this practical. Suppose you're facing rejection from job applications. It's easy to spiral into self-pity and doubt. But what if you viewed each rejection as feedback? Maybe there's a skill you need to improve or a new strategy for your job search. This shift in perspective can turn a series of rejections into a path for professional development. Another example is personal conflicts. They're uncomfortable and stressful, but they also offer a chance to practice patience, empathy, and communication skills. Every disagreement is an opportunity to understand different viewpoints and refine our conflict resolution abilities. The essence of embracing obstacles as opportunities lies in asking ourselves, what can this situation teach me? Instead of being passive victims of circumstance, we become active learners and problem solvers. This doesn't mean that facing obstacles becomes easy, but it does mean that we approach them with a mindset geared towards growth and learning. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is the heart of Stoicism, seeing beyond the immediate pain or frustration of an obstacle and finding the lessons and opportunities it presents. So, when you're faced with a challenge, big or small, try to pause and reframe it. Ask yourself what you can learn from the situation and how it can make you stronger and wiser. Remember, obstacles aren't just hurdles to overcome. They are opportunities to grow. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we can navigate life's ups and downs with more grace, resilience, and wisdom. We often hear about the importance of living in the now, but what does that really mean? And why is it so important? Living in the present moment is about fully embracing and experiencing where you are at this very second, not letting your mind wander off to the worries of tomorrow or the regrets of yesterday. It's about realizing that life, with all its beauty, challenges, and surprises, happens in the now. This concept isn't new. It's been a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, echoed by great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and reiterated by modern psychologists and thinkers. 3. Focusing on what's in your control. Have you ever been stuck in traffic, fuming over the delay, or felt upset after reading a negative comment on your social media post? It happens to the best of us, with daily life often presenting us with these little tests that challenge our mood and peace of mind at every turn. However, there's a game-changing perspective from Stoicism that can help us turn frustration into calm acceptance. Focusing on what is within our control. Stoicism, an incredible philosophy from ancient Greece and Rome, provides us with this powerful tool. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Consider that for a moment. Traffic, bad weather, negative comments, these are all beyond our control. No matter how much we wish otherwise, we cannot change them. What we can change, however, is our reaction to these events. This concept isn't just ancient wisdom, it's also supported by modern psychology. Carl Jung, a pioneering psychologist, famously stated, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." This aligns perfectly with Stoic practice, which emphasizes that our real power lies in our responses, thoughts, and actions. Let's break it down. Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam, running late for an important meeting. You could spend that time stewing in anger, honking your horn, and stressing out. But let's be honest, this won't make the cars ahead move any faster. Alternatively, you could take a deep breath, accept the situation, and use the time to listen to a podcast, an audiobook, or simply enjoy some music. The traffic remains the same, but your response changes, reducing your stress levels and brightening your day. This Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control goes far beyond dealing with traffic or weather. It applies to our personal goals, our reactions to others, and our approach to life's obstacles. Marcus Aurelius, another prominent Stoic, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So, next time you find yourself upset over something beyond your control, remember these wise words from our Stoic friends. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Focus on your reactions, your mindset, and your actions. This simple shift can profoundly impact your stress levels and overall happiness. It's not always easy, but it's worth practicing every day. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. As we learn to focus more on what we can control, we'll find ourselves not just surviving life's challenges, but thriving despite them. Stoicism teaches us to embrace obstacles as opportunities. It might sound counterintuitive, right? Most of us see obstacles as barriers to success and happiness. But Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus flipped this narrative, viewing obstacles as pathways to growth and resilience. 4. Practicing gratitude. Seneca warned us about the endless chase for more, which often leads to dissatisfaction. He suggested that by focusing on what we already have and realizing that the best things in life are within our grasp, we can find true contentment. Epictetus, known for his practical approach to Stoic philosophy, encouraged his followers to appreciate their current circumstances, no matter what they might be. He believed that accepting and valuing our present situation could lead to a more fulfilled life. But how do we practice gratitude, especially when life throws curveballs our way? It begins with making gratitude a daily habit. Each morning or evening, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. This practice helps rewire our brains to focus on the positive, boosting our mood and overall outlook on life. Gratitude also means embracing challenges and finding lessons within them. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective helps us appreciate our experiences, both good and bad, as valuable steps on our journey. Moreover, practicing gratitude strengthens our connections with others. By expressing appreciation for the people in our lives, we not only brighten their day but also deepen our relationships. A simple thank you can go a long way in showing someone they are valued and loved. Aristotle emphasized recognizing the good in our lives and striving for a virtuous existence. He believed that gratitude was key to achieving eudaimonia, or true happiness, as it allows us to appreciate the goodness around us and within ourselves. Even modern psychology supports the benefits of gratitude. Studies have shown that people who practice gratitude regularly experience less anxiety, sleep better, and have a more positive outlook on life. As Carl Jung said, the word happiness would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. By acknowledging and being grateful for the full spectrum of our experiences, we find a deeper, more authentic form of happiness. So, let's make gratitude a cornerstone of our daily lives. Let's celebrate small victories, cherish moments of connection, and find joy in simple pleasures. By focusing on what we have, rather than what we're missing, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and happiness that radiates from within. Remember, it's not happiness that brings us gratitude. It's gratitude that brings us happiness. Let's fill our glasses half full, raise them high, and toast to the beauty of gratitude in our lives. Cheers to finding the silver lining, even on the cloudiest of days. The Stoics had a profound understanding of personal excellence. They believed that excellence, or virtue, is the highest good, and that everything we do should aim towards living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius is a prime example of someone who strived for personal excellence. He once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This simple yet powerful statement encapsulates the essence of personal excellence. It's about embodying the values we admire and striving to live by them every day. 5. Building self-discipline. Emotions and actions can be influenced by external temptations and distractions, but true self-discipline involves controlling these internal responses. Seneca offers wisdom on this subject, advising us to be steadfast and control our desires rather than allowing them to control us. He understood that true freedom comes from within, from our ability to govern ourselves and our appetites. But why is self-discipline so critical? Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, believed that we achieve excellence and virtue through habit. By practicing self-discipline, we cultivate habits that lead us toward our best selves. It's not about occasional acts of willpower, but about consistently making choices that reflect our values and goals. Building self-discipline also aligns with modern psychological understanding. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, emphasized the importance of integrating all aspects of our personality to live fully. This integration requires self-discipline as we navigate the desires of different parts of our psyche, choosing paths that contribute to our overall well-being and growth. So how can we build self-discipline in our daily lives? Start small. Pick one area you want to improve, whether it's your diet, exercise routine, or spending habits. Set clear, achievable goals and take it one day at a time. Remember, every time you make a choice that aligns with your goals, you're building the muscle of self-discipline. Epictetus reminds us, no great thing is created suddenly. Self-discipline is built through small, consistent actions. It's about progress, not perfection. Every day presents new opportunities to practice self-discipline and to choose actions that move us closer to who we want to be. Building self-discipline is a journey. It's about finding a balance between what we want now and what we want most. It's about making choices that might be hard in the moment, but will bring us closer to our goals, happiness, and peace in the long run. So let's commit to this journey together, supporting one another in choosing what's right, not what's easy. Remember, in the realm of self-discipline lies the path to achieving our dreams and living a life we truly love. When life throws its curveballs, we all experience a whirlwind of emotions. Feeling angry, sad, or frustrated is a natural part of being human. But here's the key. It's not just about the emotions we feel, but about how we handle them. That's where the magic of emotional resilience comes in. Emotional resilience is like a superpower that allows us to navigate through life's storms with grace and come out stronger on the other side. It's about acknowledging our emotions, understanding them, and then taking positive steps to move forward rather than being swept away by the tide of our feelings. The Stoics had much to say about this. Marcus Aurelius, for example, reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This profound insight touches the essence of emotional resilience. It's about recognizing that while we might not have control over what happens to us, we have control over how we respond. 6. Memento Mori. Remember you will die. The concept of memento mori, or remembering that you will die, encourages us to let go of petty concerns and live with purpose and integrity. Seneca spoke passionately about the brevity of life, urging us not to squander time on trivialities, but to focus on creating a meaningful existence. He believed that being mindful of death drives us to live more wisely and cherish our relationships and experiences. Similarly, Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on the present and making the best use of our time. By acknowledging our mortality, we are more likely to live ethically and appreciate the beauty and richness of life. But how can we incorporate memento mori into our lives without it feeling like a dark cloud overhead? It starts with a shift in perspective. Rather than viewing the awareness of death as something fearful, we can see it as a powerful motivator to live fully. It's about embracing the present and not postponing our dreams or happiness for some undefined future that isn't guaranteed. Think about the things you've been putting off, pursuing a passion, reconnecting with loved ones, or simply appreciating the small joys of everyday life. Memento Mori reminds us not to take our time for granted. It encourages us to live more authentically, to speak our truth, to love openly, and to be fully present. This concept also teaches us to appreciate the impermanence of life, which in turn deepens our gratitude for the moments we have. When we remember that our time is limited, we're more likely to cherish our experiences, live more mindfully, and express our gratitude for the people and moments that enrich our lives. Let's use Memento Mori not as a source of fear, but as a catalyst for growth, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation of life. Let it remind us to make choices that align with our deepest values, to nurture our relationships, and to savor the beauty of the present moment. Remembering that we will die one day encourages us to live more fully today. Embracing Memento Mori offers a powerful reminder to live not in fear of death, but in celebration of life. Let's make every moment count, not because we fear its end, but because we are in love with life itself. Let's live in such a way that, when our time comes, we can look back with no regrets, knowing we lived fully, loved deeply, and appreciated the incredible journey that life is. It's fascinating how such a simple concept can profoundly impact our lives. It's about shifting our focus to what we have rather than dwelling on what we're missing. This practice can be a real game changer, especially on days that feel like an uphill battle. The Stoics, wise as they were, had much to say about gratitude. They believed that happiness doesn't come from having more, but from appreciating what we already have. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of focusing on the present and finding joy in the simple things. He said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This is gratitude in its purest form, recognizing the value of life itself and the many gifts it offers us each day. 7. Developing emotional resilience. Our emotions don't have to dominate our actions. Seneca, a great Stoic philosopher, taught that facing adversity without losing our composure is essential. Life's difficulties test our character and resilience, and by confronting our feelings with understanding and patience, we can grow stronger and wiser. But how can we develop this emotional resilience? It begins with self-awareness. Being mindful of our emotions and reactions helps us understand ourselves better. It's okay to feel what we feel, but instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose to respond in ways that align with our values and long-term well-being. Aristotle introduced the idea of the golden mean, which is about finding a balance between excess and deficiency. This principle applies well to emotional resilience, as it involves finding a balanced way to handle our emotions, not suppressing them, nor letting them overwhelm us. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, emphasized the importance of integrating all aspects of our psyche to achieve wholeness. Part of this process involves facing our emotions, understanding them, and learning from them. This is key to developing emotional resilience. So how do we build emotional resilience in our daily lives? Start by allowing yourself to feel your emotions. Acknowledge them without judgment, then step back and try to understand what triggered these feelings. Reflecting on your emotions can give you valuable insights into your patterns and triggers. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This powerful reminder emphasizes that our reactions to our emotions shape our experiences. Instead of being reactive, we can choose to respond in ways that are constructive and healing. Developing emotional resilience is a continuous journey. It involves practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and patience. Build a toolkit of coping strategies like journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or practicing relaxation techniques. Most importantly, treat yourself with kindness and compassion as you navigate your emotions. Emotional resilience is not about never feeling negative emotions. It's about learning to manage them gracefully and becoming stronger and more self-aware. By developing emotional resilience, we empower ourselves to face life's challenges with courage and grace. Let's embrace this journey together, supporting each other in becoming more emotionally resilient and ultimately leading more fulfilling lives. The Stoics, including great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, used the concept of memento mori not to instill fear, but to inspire a deeper appreciation for each moment. They believed that keeping the inevitability of death in mind would help us live more fully, consciously, and with gratitude for the present. Marcus Aurelius, in his meditations, often reflected on life's fleeting nature, urging us to live true to our values and make the most of our time. "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think," he wrote. This isn't about being morbid. It's a call to focus on what truly matters. 8. Embracing personal excellence. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, championed the notion of self-improvement and lifelong learning. He believed that true excellence is rooted in living in harmony with nature and reason, emphasizing that our actions and choices should reflect our inner virtues. Epictetus, another influential Stoic, underscored the significance of personal responsibility in achieving excellence. He taught that mastering our reactions, emotions, and willpower is crucial for living a virtuous life. But what does striving for personal excellence look like in our daily lives? It begins with setting personal standards based on our values and aspirations, rather than societal expectations or the achievements of others. It involves knowing who we are, understanding our strengths and weaknesses, and taking consistent steps towards self-improvement. Personal excellence also demands resilience. It's about how we respond to setbacks and failures, not just our successes. As Aristotle famously stated, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. Our destiny is shaped by our choices, not by chance, which means viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Moreover, focusing on personal excellence entails cultivating a growth mindset, a concept celebrated by modern psychology. This mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. It encourages us to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and see effort as the path to mastery. Living authentically is another critical aspect of personal excellence. It's about staying true to ourselves and our values, even when it's difficult. It's about making decisions that reflect our true selves and taking pride in our journey, including both struggles and triumphs. Practicing gratitude, as previously discussed, is integral to personal excellence. By appreciating what we have and where we are on our journey, we cultivate a positive outlook that supports our growth and well-being. So, let's commit to focusing on personal excellence. Let's set our own standards, embrace our unique paths, and take pride in our progress. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being proud of who we are and how we live. It's about celebrating our efforts, learning from our experiences, and always striving to be the best versions of ourselves. In today's world, saturated with social media where likes, follows, and comments often dictate our self-worth, it's easy to fall into the trap of valuing ourselves through others' opinions. But here's a liberating truth. Your worth isn't based on external validation. It's about being true to yourself, embracing your authenticity, and living in alignment with your values. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers we turn to for timeless wisdom, taught that inner peace and freedom come from focusing on what's within our control, our actions, thoughts, and integrity, not the fluctuating opinions of others. 9. Cultivating compassion and empathy. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers whose wisdom continues to resonate, placed profound importance on virtues like compassion and empathy. They believed deeply in the interconnectedness of humanity, teaching us that kindness and understanding are not just virtues but essential elements of a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, reflecting on our social nature, remarked, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee," illustrating how our well-being is inseparable from the well-being of others. Seneca reinforced this by advocating for kindness and generosity towards others, arguing that compassion is not just a moral duty but a source of personal enrichment. He urged us to extend empathy even to those who wrong us, recognizing that everyone faces their own struggles and limitations. Epictetus, too, taught us to empathize by seeking to understand others' perspectives, emphasizing that empathy doesn't justify harmful actions but rather fosters connection through understanding. Practicing compassion and empathy begins with active listening, the art of truly hearing others' stories, experiences, and emotions. It involves stepping into their shoes, empathizing with their challenges and joys, and thereby bridging the gap between individuals. Simple acts of kindness, a smile, a comforting word, a listening ear, carry immense power in brightening someone's day and affirming their worth. Moreover, practicing compassion means being present for others without judgment during their times of need, acknowledging and respecting their dignity regardless of differences. Aristotle's wisdom on friendship underscores this, highlighting how empathy nurtures bonds that endure both joy and sorrow. Modern psychology underscores the Stoic view, showing that cultivating compassion and empathy not only enriches relationships but also enhances personal well-being. By caring for others, we create a ripple effect of kindness that enriches both our own lives and those of others, fostering a world where understanding and compassion prevail. Let us embrace compassion and empathy as guiding principles, weaving them into our daily interactions to create a world where kindness flourishes and each person's dignity is cherished. 10. Embracing change. The Stoics understood change as an essential part of life's natural rhythm. Marcus Aurelius captured this perfectly when he said, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This deep acceptance of change, as a fundamental aspect of life, allows us to see that every transformation, whether good or bad, has its role in our journey. Seneca warned against clinging too tightly to our current situations, reminding us that everything is subject to change. He advocated for flexibility, emphasizing that change is crucial for personal growth and happiness. Epictetus taught us to differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot. While we can't influence external events, we can manage our reactions to them. This perspective empowers us to navigate change by focusing on our responses, finding opportunities for growth within these changes, and moving forward with resilience. To become more accepting of change, we can start by recognizing its inevitability. Change is the natural order. Everything around us is in constant flux. Seasons shift, people come and go, and even ourselves are continually renewing. Embracing change means embracing life itself. Practicing mindfulness helps us stay present and appreciate our experiences without becoming overly attached to them. This mindfulness creates a space for acceptance when these experiences inevitably transform or conclude. Additionally, seeking lessons in change can be transformative. Each life shift, no matter how challenging, offers opportunities for learning and growth. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective transforms challenges into stepping stones for personal development. Aristotle spoke of living a virtuous life as the path to happiness, and a key part of virtue is adaptability, the ability to handle life's changes with grace and wisdom. It's about finding balance and harmony within the constant ebb and flow of life. Modern psychology echoes this Stoic wisdom, suggesting that viewing change as an opportunity rather than a threat significantly reduces stress and anxiety. It builds resilience, preparing us to face life's unpredictability with confidence. Let's see change not as a burden, but as a natural, enriching part of our journey. By accepting change, we open ourselves to new experiences, growth, and the beautiful unfolding of our unique paths. Going with the flow isn't about passivity. It's about engaging actively with life in all its complexity. Let's face the currents of change with courage, grace, and an open heart, ready to embrace the endless possibilities it brings. In navigating the complex journey of life, fostering an understanding and compassionate attitude towards others contributes to a kinder, more connected world. 11. Embracing authenticity over others' opinions. Marcus Aurelius once pondered a profound paradox. Why do we often love ourselves more than anyone else, yet value our own opinions less than the judgments of others? This observation highlights a common struggle, placing more importance on others' views than on our self-assessment. Seneca echoed this sentiment, stressing the importance of living true to oneself rather than seeking approval or meeting the expectations of others. He believed that true contentment comes from within, from living a life that aligns with our principles and values. Similarly, Epictetus taught that worrying about others' opinions is beyond our control and not worth our energy. Instead, he urged us to focus on our actions and live virtuously, as this is where our true power lies. So, how can we shift our focus from external validation to being true to ourselves? First, recognize that you are the author of your life story. You have the power to define your worth, not society, not your social media followers, nor those around you. Ground your self-esteem in who you are, the values you uphold, the kindness you share, and the effort you put into becoming your best self. Second, practice self-reflection. Ask yourself, whose life am I living? Are my choices driven by my desires, or am I trying to fit into someone else's mold? Reflecting on these questions helps realign your actions with your true self. Third, embrace vulnerability. Being true to yourself means being open about your flaws and imperfections, understanding that perfection is an illusion. It's okay to be a work in progress, making mistakes and learning from them. This authenticity attracts the right people into your life, those who appreciate the real you. Remember Aristotle's concept of the golden mean, finding balance in life. Apply this to your concern for others' opinions by striking a healthy balance between considering constructive feedback and maintaining your autonomy and self-worth. Incorporating a Stoic mindset means understanding that our worth is determined by our virtues, actions, and commitment to living a meaningful life, not by external accolades or approval. It's about building a strong inner fortress that remains unshaken by the fleeting opinions of others. Let's commit to valuing ourselves for who we truly are, not for the likes, follows, or approval we receive. Let's be courageous in our authenticity, living lives that resonate with our deepest truths. Remember, your worth is inherent and unique, and by being true to yourself, you shine your light in the most genuine way possible. Let's not just navigate life but thrive in it, confident that we are living authentically, aligned with our values, and true to ourselves. Embracing change is not just necessary, it's vital for our growth and happiness. The only constant in life is change, and learning to go with the flow makes navigating life's inevitable shifts less daunting and more adventurous. The Stoics understood this well. 12. Reflecting and reviewing regularly. In the whirlwind of daily life, it's essential to take a deliberate pause, a true, meaningful break to reflect on our actions, thoughts, and the paths we've traversed. This practice is about growth, introspection, and aligning our lives with our core values. In a world constantly rushing forward, reflection acts as our anchor, ensuring we're not merely drifting but steering our lives in the direction that resonates with our true selves. The Stoics, with their deep understanding of human nature, greatly valued the practice of reflection. Marcus Aurelius, in his treasured writings, Meditations, exemplified this practice. Despite ruling an empire, he found time to examine his life, decisions, and moral compass through writing. He believed this reflection was essential to living a virtuous and purposeful life. He famously wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," reminding us that our internal dialogue shapes our external reality. Similarly, Seneca recommended regular self-assessment as a path to self-improvement and wisdom, likening life to a play where we should periodically review our roles and performances. Epictetus urged his students to end each day with a review of their actions and attitudes, promoting self-awareness and growth through questions like, "What did I do well? What did I do wrong? What duties did I leave undone?" To weave this Stoic practice into our modern lives, we must first make it a habit. Dedicate a few minutes each day, perhaps before bedtime, to reflect on your day. Identify your victories, challenges, and responses. This can begin as a mental exercise, but writing it down can amplify its benefits, providing a tangible record of your journey. Secondly, use reflection as a tool for gratitude. While reviewing your day, note moments of joy or gratitude, no matter how small. This balances our natural tendency to focus on the negative, fostering a more positive outlook on life. Finally, approach this practice with kindness, avoiding self-criticism and focusing on self-awareness and growth. As we wrap up today's journey, remember that reflection is a gift you give yourself. It's not about criticizing your mistakes, but about seeing them as stepping stones for learning and growth. Treat yourself with the same kindness and support you'd offer a dear friend. Aristotle once said that true wisdom comes from understanding ourselves, our actions, and our place in the world. This reflective practice is the cornerstone of living a life filled with virtue and excellence. Modern psychology reinforces this ancient wisdom, showing that regular reflection boosts mental health, clarifies our purpose, and fosters personal growth. By looking back on our experiences, we can process emotions, learn valuable lessons, and make more informed decisions as we move forward. Let's commit to making reflection a regular part of our lives. Let it guide us to not just passively experience life, but to actively shape it in line with our deepest values. Through introspection, we gain the insight needed to become more aligned, aware, and in tune with our true selves and our aspirations. Embrace this journey of self-discovery, for in knowing ourselves, we find the path to true fulfillment and joy. Each lesson from Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom. It's a practical tool to help us manage stress, make better decisions, and find peace amidst chaos. Remember, it's not the challenges that define us, but the strength we discover in facing them, the wisdom we gather, and the compassion we share. Each step, each reflection, and each act of kindness adds to the masterpiece of your life. Let's not just exist. Let's live vibrantly, purposefully, and authentically. As we part ways today, I encourage you to keep the inspiration alive. On the screen, you'll find a playlist full of wisdom, stories, and strategies to help you navigate life's twists and turns with grace and resilience. Click on it, dive deeper, and continue sculpting the most authentic version of yourself. Together, let's keep growing, keep reflecting, and keep embracing the beautiful complexity of life. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Until we meet again, remember to live not just for the applause, but for the cause of being your most genuine self. Take care, and see you on the next step of our journey.